Please be advised, this production has the following trigger warnings: suicide, death, gun violence, and intense grief. Please listen responsibly. Thank you, and enjoy this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama.
Amico? Quale amico Luenis?
Ali quale, darling? Ecco, ilig est Marcus.
Atsumego.
Salve, bone.
Salve. Nomen mihi Marcus est. It's nice to meet you. I'm certain my friend mentioned me.
Oh, so a friend.
Yes. A friend.
Oh, I see. Well, ignore that. Your friend here is a real laugh, isn't he?
He certainly is.
I certainly found him to be quite entertaining. He talked my ear off about you while we were walking here. He mentioned you have a proposition for me?
Proposition is a rather strong word.
Oh, go on, good man. Just tell me.
It's quite simple enough. As Quintus told you, we've been traveling for a while now and we're rather tired. We're looking for a place to stay nearby, somewhere with a lot of people. Crowded. Do you have any recommendations? We'd greatly appreciate any advice you can offer. We'll pay you too.
I'm afraid not. I'm not familiar with the city. I'm traveling south now.
Oh, where to?
Pompeii.
Pompeii.
Marcus.
Yes, Pompeii. I'm heading there to visit an old friend. I haven't seen him in years.
Marcus.
Interesting. Could you tell me more?
John!
Gone?
Would you please give us a moment? Nate, what have I always told you? Never use my real name.
I know. I'm sorry. I panicked. He said Pompeii and I freaked out for a moment. I don't know. I panicked.
Take a deep breath. We can discuss Pompeii later. We need to see if he knows any information about where...
I know. The Spasian conspiracy. But, John, he said Pompeii. We can't ignore that.
We're going to have to. Let me handle this. I'm sorry about that.
It's more than alright. As I was saying, I'm heading to Pompeii now to visit a good friend of mine. I should get there in about 3 days if I'm lucky. I didn't even want to travel that far in the first place. No, Gaius, I said, don't make me trudge all the way south just to see your ugly face. But he kept prattling on about how beautiful it is this time of year, and I just thought...
It's not. It's ugly this time of year. I've seen it myself.
Quintus?
It is?
Wait, no, I mean, it's...
Oh, lying cheat. I always knew he was a liar. Ever since we were boys, he'd tell the most ridiculous tales. He's the type of man who would say a bronze coin is made out of gold. He'll never change. Very well then, we discussed whether or not we should meet in Ostia instead, so I think I'll send him a message to meet me there. Besides, my Bella would be quite upset with me if I was gone for too long. Bella?
Your wife?
No, my goat, but she nags me just as much. Now, what is it we were discussing? Oh, your proposition.
Never mind that. We need to go now. Thank you for your time.
Oh, of course, my good man. Thank you. Goodbye.
John, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Don't apologize, Nate.
Oh God, I really messed up this time. I'm so sorry, John. I don't know why I did that.
It's okay. You did nothing wrong.
What if I messed everything up? What if I've changed everything? Oh God, what if I've completely changed the future?
Calm down, Nate. It's alright, really. You haven't messed up anything. It was just a mistake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mistakes happen. They're bound to. Nothing will change, okay? Just think about it. We're here in Rome, in 79 AD, because of a perfect controllable portal to the past. One that's outside our concept of reality, unaffected by our concepts of space and time. And if something's outside our concept of space and time, if something exists entirely separate from it, then wouldn't making a slight offhand comment in the past mean that the future is perfectly fine?
But...
I've done this job for a year now, since the very beginning of this whole operation, and I've never seen anything drastic change because of an offhand comment. Don't worry about it, Nate. Just let me handle interviewing people from now on. What's so funny about that?
What did you do this weekend?
Reread the Aeneid.
The Aeneid, John, get better taste.
The Aeneid is...
A truly moving epic poem, Virgil's heart-tearing deliberation into...
Oh, come on. I don't sound like that.
You do. You totally do. Of course, you'd spend your time reading the Aeneid instead of going out.
The Aeneid is good. You're just obsessed with the Iliad. And I go out.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with it because Homer's way better than Virgil. And you, going out, I thought you only hang out with me. I'm jealous, John.
Well, it's been difficult to get out lately. You know, what with work ramping up and training you.
Oh, so I'm to blame for your lack of friends.
Oh, come on. You know I don't mean that. I'm just busy right now. I don't have a lot of time for people.
And yet, you spend all day, every day, talking to them.
Well, that's my job. It's easy to talk to people when you know they're dead.
That's a little bit dark, don't you think?
You know what I mean. It's just... sometimes, it's difficult to relate to people back there. You know what it's like.
Can't say I do. I talk to people fine.
I can talk to people fine. I mean, no one understands our jobs. It's difficult to introduce yourself to someone and have them go, "So what do you do?" And you stand there awkwardly and say, well, I'm a time traveler. I go back in time and interview people to collect first-hand, previously unverifiable historical information. Because there's a rift in our reality that created a perfect, controllable portal to the past, and by some stroke of luck, ancient Rome has been deemed the safest time period to study without changing the future. And you stand there and smile at them, waiting for their response, and they stand there and gaze at you blankly. You can tell they don't understand. And then they ask the worst question of all. What's it like to go back? And you can't explain it. Words fail. So then you're just two people who don't understand each other, trying to make small talk, but you know and they know that the two of you will never understand each other, no matter what you do. So what's the point in trying to make them?
The point is so that you're not alone.
You get used to it after a while.
Do you?
Yes.
You know, I was just joking, John. I think you're great at talking to people. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable.
Don't stress about it, Nate. Let's find someone else to ask about the Vespasian conspirators before they bring us back, okay?
Okay. I'm sorry still.
Nate, it's alright. Don't worry about it. Let's just find someone else. You know what to do?
Yes. Find someone, tell them the proposition, bring them here to meet you. I'll see you soon.
I'll see you. Oh, and Nate. Don't worry about me. Really. Okay?
I'll always worry about you, John. You're my friend.
What time are they supposed to get back? Marianne? Marianne, what time are they supposed to get back? Marianne? Marianne? Marianne!
Monitor.
What? Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
Because every day for the past year at 12:20 exactly, you've asked me, Marianne, what time do they get back? And every day I've said, 12:30, Chris. And every day you've said, oh, duh, I forgot. So one day I went, Chris, why don't you write a reminder on your monitor? And you said, good idea, Marianne. Then you did it. Yet still, every day for the past 3 months, save for the weekends when I don't have to see you, you've asked me the same question. So I thought, I'll just ignore her and hope she figures it out. But still, every day for the past week, you've pestered me instead of looking up at your goddamn monitor. So, That's why I didn't say that earlier.
Fair enough. Well, here's a question you've never heard before. What should we order for lunch?
I'm fine with anything.
Pizza?
You know me too well.
Are they back yet?
It's not 12:30 yet, Vic.
Can you call them for me?
That's not really how it works.
Then what's the point? What's the point in anything?
So it's official.
Got served this morning.
That's rough. Oh, hey Jess, what's going on?
Vic sent me on a wild goose chase again. A papyrus fragment from 19 BCE that Virgil may or may not have written on. Good God.
Are you too busy with Papyrus to discuss pizza plans?
Yes, dear.
Oh, she called me dear. That means this is serious.
Oh, come on.
You only call me dear when you're stressed out.
Vic has been driving me up the walls lately. She's turned into the most demanding person ever since, well, you know.
I'm sorry. But she'll get better. Vic's just like that. Do you need any help?
No, I got it. It's my work. I should do it. I just gotta bear it a little longer. Anyway, I gotta go.
Are you too busy for a kiss?
Now I gotta go.
I'll see you, champ.
You two are cute.
Aren't we? Vic works her way too hard.
It's hard work.
It shouldn't be so hard that you can't even respond to a pizza request.
It's just Vic. She's been crazy lately.
Well, no. I mean, yes, that, but... I could never go around chasing lost poetry fragments and reading books upon books upon books. My God, Marianne, you don't even know how many books there are in our apartment. Jess is constantly reading some book about some ancient dude I've never heard of. But she's amazing. She's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. It's just Vic. She's driving Jess crazy. She's constantly stressed or on the verge of tears. The other night, I had to convince her to go to bed at 4 a.m. But still, I feel bad for Vic. It's a rough situation.
I don't.
Oh, come on, she didn't deserve it.
It doesn't matter what she deserves. She should have done something, but she didn't. It's as simple as that.
You have a lot of opinions on this?
No, I just know how to balance work and home. She doesn't.
Not everyone can be you, Marianne, kicking ass in quantum mechanics and changing diapers.
All of my kids are out of diapers, Chris.
Yeah, your kids. David, Lisa, and, Julia?
David, Lisa, Jody, and Oliver. Oh, you should have seen them yesterday. It was Jody's 6th birthday, and she was so excited. When I got home, she kept telling me, Mom, I'm not a little baby anymore. And then David was being such a good older brother. He spent the whole day teaching her how to write quantum mechanics just to surprise me. And then Lisa and I were... Oh, guess it's time. Ready?
Ready?
Recalculating to 12:30, Friday, September 6th, 2030.
Recalculated, they're in position.
Let's bring them back in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
I'm telling you, I held them in my hand. They were pure silver.
But did you really hold them? Did you really feel them? Feel their weight?
Yes, and I'm telling you, pure silver.
How would a barber have pure silver, Nate?
I don't know, maybe he's a super rich dude who decided to live a life of modesty as a humble barber.
Stranger things have happened. Welcome back.
Oh, hey, Chris. How's your Friday been?
Mind-numbingly boring.
Hey.
Mind-numbingly boring, save for the stimulating conversations I just had with Marianne and Jess. We're thinking of ordering pizza?
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Forgetting something, Nate?
What? Oh, God, it's Friday.
Precisely.
Can't Vic wait for us to finish lunch first, at least?
John, Nate, great to have you back amongst the living. Jess, go find the research on the... Yes, Vic. All right, gentlemen, if you two would step into my office.
And there's my cue to order lunch. Lunch break, Marianne?
You read my mind.
Wait, Chris, before you go,
Yeah?
We're still on for Saturday?
Of course. John, you want to come too?
No thanks. I have plans already.
Alright. Then, Nate, guess it's just us.
Great. I'll meet you, Jess, and Mr. Scraggles there.
Mr. Scraggles?
Yeah, your dog?
Her name is Mrs. Scraggles, Nate. You were there when we got her, remember?
Oh, yeah. Mrs. Scraggles. Yes, yeah, how could I forget? I'll see you there.
Okay. I'm going to go order lunch now. I'll see you. Marianne?
Yeah.
All right, you two. Are you ready for our debriefing today? Be sure to tell me everything, leave nothing out.
Actually, we're having a bit of disagreement about the coinage we saw today. Could you give us a moment to discuss?
Oh, you can just tell me. I'm sure I'm more than capable at figuring it out.
It has to do with training. I want to see what Nate thinks first. Have him figure it out, you know?
Oh, well then, I'll give you a moment. Come into my office when you're done.
Fucking Mrs. Scraggles.
Nate, we don't know if...
Her dog was a boy before we left, and now it's a girl.
Nate.
God damn it, I should have never said that thing about Pompeii.
Nate, calm down. Take a deep breath. Let's think about this. I've been doing this job for a year now, right? And I've made plenty of mistakes while time traveling. Plenty of screw-ups, mess-ups, fuck-ups that should have changed everything, but they didn't. But you know what we also mess up frequently?
What?
Our memory. Think about it, Nate. How many times have you walked into a room and forgotten why you walked there in the first place?
More often than I'd like to admit.
So don't you think that maybe, just maybe, you simply forgot that Mrs. Scraggles was a girl?
But I memorize things constantly.
You're fine. You probably just forgot. Go tell Vic about the data. I'll be there soon.
Okay. If you say so.
Mrs. Scraggles, huh?
What?
You didn't think I'd notice, did you? Nate doesn't have a great poker face. He nearly pissed himself when Chris said Mrs. Scraggles.
He forgot. He got confused.
See, normally I'd accept that, but Nate was there when Chris adopted Mrs. Scraggles. I don't think he forgot that she was a girl.
He misspoke then. Mrs. is very close to Mr.
Don't bullshit me, John. He did something, didn't he?
No.
When you left this morning, Mrs. Scraggles was Mr. Scraggles, right?
I don't know. I don't really keep tabs on what dogs Chris and Jess have adopted.
Why are you lying to me?
Because he made a mistake. It was one mistake, a slip of the tongue, really. He just made an offhand comment about Pompeii. The world didn't end. Let's not dwell on it more.
So he made a mistake. But things changed anyway. John, this is very serious. You have to report this. He can't go back again.
I'm training him. I make the call about whether or not he stays. With all due respect, you can press your buttons and run your little time machine, but don't ever tell me how to do my job. I'm not going to report this. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's just a dog.
John, I'd like to remind you that I have a PhD in quantum physics, since you seem to have forgotten whom you're speaking to. You are a glorified actor with a classics MA whose only job is to collect first-hand information and report it back to Vic. If Nate can't do that without messing up, then this job's not for him. If he does it again, I'm going to report it. I don't want this program to get shut down after only 1 year due to his ineptitude.
He's not going to.
Make sure of it. You know, some of us have more important things to lose than a dog.
I'm so sorry I'm late, Vic. I slept in. I didn't hear my alarm.
It's okay, Nate. Take a seat. Let's get started. Gentlemen, do you both remember the Kumain Sibyl?
The Sibylla missions from when we first started? It was just a year ago. I'm quite familiar.
Oh, splendid. I've been thinking about them recently. The missions, I mean. So I decided to look through the Sibylline books we recovered, and I noticed something interesting written in the acrostics. You two do know what acrostics are, right?
My acrostic knowledge is limited.
Oh, fun. Then I get to explain. So, acrostics are a technique used by poets such as Virgil, in which a writer hides a message in the first line of poetry. For example, in Book 6 of the Aeneid...
We get the point, Vic. What do the acrostics have to do with our mission?
The point is, I saw my name in the acrostics of the Sibylline books. Victoria. Victory. She's telling us something, and I believe me specifically. It was done intentionally. You see, the acrostics were in Greek originally, but they didn't mean anything. That is, until I transliterated it into the Latin alphabet. She was using the Greek alphabet, but purposely writing Latin words. Very clever girl.
But some of the letters in the Latin alphabet aren't in the Greek alphabet. How'd she write the V's, for instance, or the Q's?
That's the interesting thing. She used upsilon for V's, kappas for Q's, and C's, but when you make that connection, it does come out into distinguishable Latin words.
Oh, that's so cool.
It could just be a coincidence. Victoria does mean victory as well.
It's not. It's not a coincidence. I can feel it.
So now we're doing research missions based off of a feeling.
Just listen to what we found, and you'll understand. The acrostics we have so far say just... you know me so well. Anyway, they say, "En victoria multa rabit, mala murmura mixta." Now victory raves much, mixed evil murmurs. Pyrrhus profugiet fusca stygia impus ascia. Unfaithful Pyrrhus flees forth with his dark Stygian axe. Aeneas erator solus, Aeneas the wanderer alone, then it cuts off. I'm not sure what the rest could be.
It's very interesting, but again, it could all just be a coincidence.
That's true, but nevertheless, the lines beg the questions. Why is victory rabit, raving, out of her mind, speaking many murmurs? The Latin is ambiguous. Mixta could refer to Victoria or murmura. So, is Victoria mixed or the murmurs? And why would a force as powerful as victory be reduced to raving? What's the connection between Victoria, Pyrrhus, and Aeneas? The fall of Troy, obviously. The first two lines appear to be in dactylic hexameter, but I'm unsure about the rest. So then why would Pyrrhus and Aeneas be right after? Are these characters supposed to indicate Aeneas and Pyrrhus, or are they merely symbolic? What is Pyrrhus's dark Stygian axe? What is he running from? The Wanderer. Why is Aeneas alone? If we recover more of the books, perhaps we'll find out what it all means. And maybe I'll be right in my feeling.
Then how does this change our mission?
Both of you gentlemen are familiar with the Tarquinius Superbus and the Sibylline books, right?
I'm sorry, Vic. I've always been more on the Greek side of things.
Oh, great. Then I get to explain more.
Oh, God.
So when the Cumaean Sibyl first came to the Tarquinius Superbus, he was the last king of Rome, but he didn't know that yet. She offered to sell him 9 books of prophecy, which he refused at first, Paul at the high expense. Enraged, she burnt 3 of them. She then offered him the remaining 6 for the same price, but he refused once more. Enraged, she burnt another 3. Realizing that he was witnessing the destruction of his very future, Tarquinius relented and bought the final 3 books at the price she originally stated. They were then passed down throughout Roman history, only to be consulted during times of great distress by the decemvirs.
Thank you for the history lesson, Vic. Learned it in college. But again, how does this change our mission?
When she's going to Tarquinius Superbus, you're going to stop her. Tell her you're a wanderer looking to know your future. Ask to see the books. Then memorize the acrostics, bring them back, and we'll translate it. It has to mean something. It just has to.
Okay, so we go back, we memorize it, then what?
We try to interpret it. We try to see what she was talking about. If it's all a metaphor, then we have new academic findings regarding the Sibylline books. But if I'm right, and it was indeed a prophecy, we'll see if she was right in her predictions. But in the slim chance this prophecy was meant for us now, perhaps we try to stop it, in the present, to see if she was right, to see if prophecy is preventable, or to see if it isn't.
But isn't that a...
I see what you're saying. I think we should do it, Vic.
John.
Fantastic. Tomorrow, you two will go to the Sibyl and get those acrostics. I can't wait.
Great idea, Vic. I'll disperse dossiers when they get back.
Perfect. This is absolutely wonderful. John, Nate, thank you for your time. I'll see you two when you get back later today.
Sounds good.
See ya, Vic.
Where were you this morning? You nearly missed our meeting with Vic.
I slept in on accident.
You're not one to be late to meetings. I'm worried. Nate, you don't seem well.
I'm fine.
Is something wrong? You seem off.
You want to know what's off? You lied to me.
What are you talking about?
You lied to me. You told me I just forgot. I didn't forget, John. How could I forget something I knew was real?
Nate, calm down.
It's Mrs. Scraggles. That's why I was late. I keep having these dreams where everything's normal and nothing's wrong. Then I wake up and I remember. Fucking Mrs. Scraggles, she's getting to me, John. I looked her in the eyes on Saturday and all I could see was Mr. Scraggles. I came to work that morning and I knew he existed. I knew he did. You knew he did. We all knew he did. And then I come back 4 hours later. 4 hours later and he doesn't exist anymore. He's not real. Like someone took an eraser to everyone's memory and went... I'm never going to see him again. I can never see him again, and no one will ever know. No one will ever remember he even existed except for us. He's gone. He's lost forever. He'll never come back.
Nate, he's just a dog.
I'm not talking about him. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No one knows. No one knows that it was like that before.
It's unsettling.
It's horrible. It shouldn't have happened.
Sometimes things that we think are horrible, world-ending, in reality aren't as serious as we thought.
It doesn't matter if it's not serious. I changed reality. Everything's different now. Nothing feels right.
Listen, Nate. I want to apologize for lying to you earlier. I shouldn't have. It was wrong of me. But you were so worried and panicked. I thought if I lied, it would make you feel better. I didn't think it would change anything noticeable for you. I thought it would just be something subtle, something you wouldn't pick up on. And I'm sorry about that.
You knew? You knew things could change?
Yes, I did. I shouldn't have lied about it. It's just, when I first started this job, a year ago, I did something very similar. Vic was obsessed with the Aeneid then. She was convinced we could find the opening to the underworld at Kumai. I went there to talk to the Sibyl, see what was going on, but when I got there, I accidentally mentioned that Tarquinius Superbus was dead. I was about a month off. It was a mistake, and I did it. I came back and something changed. Here didn't feel like here anymore. I didn't know what changed, but I could never shake the feeling that there was something very, very wrong. Then I found out my favorite coffee shop never had my go-to order on their menu. It never existed. Poof, like that. It was gone from everyone's minds. An altered reality. It happens. Happens to the best of us. But it'll be okay, Nate. Things will be weird for a bit, and then everything will go back to normal. It's disorienting and frightening, but you'll survive. I know I did.
But how, John? How do you just survive?
You try your best, Nate. Listen, if you're still this upset, why don't we just go back and fix what we did? It'll be like it never happened.
No. What if it changes everything again?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about our newest assignment.
You're talking about going back. You have a guilty conscience, Nate?
What?
I know what you did.
John, what the hell?
I didn't tell her. She figured it out.
Marianne, I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes.
What did I say to you earlier? There's no such thing as a small mistake in a situation like this. You should have been much more cautious. This is what you're training to do. You can't mess things up like this.
I know. I should just quit. I know.
No, Nate, you're not quitting. Marianne, lay off him.
No, I won't.
This is blatantly unacceptable behavior. He should quit.
No, he's not. He's a great agent. I'm not going to let you quit, Nate.
John, please stop.
Why do you keep protecting him?
Because he and I are the same. I've done the exact same thing before. If what happened is so upsetting for both of you, why don't we go back to that shepherd and tell him to go to Pompeii? That it's lovely this time of year. That he'll have the best time of his life there. Then, everything can go back to normal and we can forget this ever happened.
No, I'm not messing with the past again. It should stay like that. Let's not make this worse.
Marianne, what do you think?
Well, you left yesterday. You went to the past, you came back, and reality changed. You're in the wrong reality now. We have similar memories because not too much has been altered, so essentially, if you go back to the exact day and do the exact same things without talking to the shepherd, it's likely things will go back to the way it was. There's no guarantee you'll end up in the original timeline, but it will be much closer to what you knew.
We'll go back home?
Yeah, Nate. We'll reverse what we did. It'll be like it never happened.
Are you sure?
I've never been more sure of anything.
Okay. Let's do it.
When? It'll have to be after hours.
Tonight, 7. We'll wait for Vic to leave. We'll gear up and track down that shepherd again.
John, I'm helping you on this because I want to make things right. I won't do this again. Do not take advantage of my generosity.
Marianne, thank you so much.
Don't thank me for fixing your mistake. I shouldn't have to. This never should have happened.
What did you mean earlier?
What?
You said we were the same.
I mean, I see a lot of myself in you. I think we're very similar people, Nate. You remind me of myself when I was your age.
Because you said it like...
Like what?
Like you wanted me to be you.
It was in the heat of the moment. It didn't mean anything. Listen, I respect you, Nate. I just want what's best for you.
And you think us going back to fix what we did is best?
Yes, I do.
I'm trusting you, John.
I want you to trust me. We can go back. We can change it. We can put everything back to normal. It'll be fine. You'll see.
All right. I'm trusting you. I believe you.
Good. Let's get ready.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama. If you would like to support us in our mission of telling more positive queer stories, please consider donating to us on Venmo at DFTC-USC. Thank you. Please be advised, this production has the following trigger warnings: suicide, death, gun violence, and intense grief. Please listen responsibly. Thank you, and enjoy this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama.
Babe, look, I know your work's important, but it's nearly 7 o'clock. On a Monday. The week has barely started. We gotta go.
Just a little bit more.
Come on, Jess, you've been working for hours. We can finish it up at home. I'll help you. You just need to read these books, right? I'll read some of them and write some notes, and then we can get it done in no time.
You don't have to do that. I signed up for this job. I should do all the work.
It's not a bad thing to let someone you love help you.
I guess you're right. You're sure you don't mind?
I can't think of a better way to spend my evening.
All right, you've convinced me. Let's go home.
Yes. Can we order pizza for dinner?
Oh, I can cook.
I love your cooking, and I love my cooking, but we are both far too busy tonight to cook. Let's just order pizza, blast some shitty music, and get these reading done.
You're very compelling, Chris. Pizza it is.
Yes, amazing. Let's go. The pizza party can't wait.
All right, slow down there. I need to tell Vic I'm... You need to tell Vic what?
I'm heading out tonight.
Have you reviewed the...
Yes, Vic?
You have all the books on the...
Yes, Vic?
And the...
Yes, Vic?
Perfect. Well, in that case, I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early.
No, I think you give Aeneas way too much credit.
I'm not giving him too much credit.
Oh, you two came back?
I'm showing Nate the proper way to gear up for our mission tomorrow. I forgot to do it earlier today.
How very proactive of you.
Sure.
Couldn't you do it in the morning?
I'm trying to keep Nate from coming in too early.
And thoughtful, too.
Sure.
All right. Well, with that, it's time for me to head out. John, Nate, I'll see you two tomorrow for a meeting before you go.
Well then, I think it's time for us to go home and have our pizza party.
Finally! Oh, hey, Marianne. What are you doing here?
I forgot my house keys. Silly me.
What have I told you? A lanyard is a must.
I know. I always forget to get one.
Write it down, Marianne. Put it on your monitor.
Haha, you're very funny, Chris.
Aren't I? Well, we're heading out for tonight. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Chris. Bye, Jess. Are you two ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Nate looks about ready to piss himself.
You would be too if you knew you were going back in time to change everything again.
Nate, don't stress out about this. We're going to make it right again. Then we can forget this ever happened.
If you say so.
Don't you trust me?
Yes, of course I do.
Then we need to do this. Marianne?
I'm going to set it all up right now. Don't mess around. Get in there, get out. You have 45 minutes. If you're not in position by then, I won't be able to bring you back. Get ready. It's ready.
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Recalculating to October 21st, 79 CE, Rome.
Nate?
Yes?
Everything will be fine.
Recalculated. Sending you back in 3, 2, 1.
Where's Nate? It's nearly 10 after.
He probably slept in. He was with me here pretty late last night.
Well then, in lieu of a meeting, let's talk. How are you feeling about the mission today, John?
Pretty good.
That's not good enough. You should be feeling great about the mission.
It was sprung on us pretty quickly. I'm still thinking about it.
That's understandable, but I hope you know I didn't just suddenly think of it. I've been wondering about those Sibylline books ever since we first recovered them. All we ever had before was fragments of it, hunks and chunks of lines and words, and suddenly we had all the texts, right before our very eyes. Well, 3 of them at least. I always wondered if there was more we could learn from the Sibyl, from the act of prophecy itself. If we learned our fates before they happened, could we be more cunning than the Greeks? Could we avert our future before it comes crashing upon us? Could we deceive fate itself? It's all very fascinating to ponder.
If you say so.
God, I wish Jess was here. I forgot to ask her to get me tea.
I can put in an order for drinks once we're done.
Oh, you don't know my order.
Chai tea with 3 cubes of sugar and a whole lot of milk.
Oh,
I know everyone's orders.
strange. I never thought you'd notice things like that.
What do you mean?
You're distant at times, John. You don't seem interested in us most of the time. Only Night. I guess you 2 time travelers like to stick together, huh? Do you like going back to the past, John?
I guess I do.
Interesting.
Interesting?
I always thought it was interesting to study the past, but I never wanted to live there.
Neither do I.
Then why do you like going back?
I mean, I don't necessarily like it, per se.
Then why do it?
Because I miss the stars.
What?
The stars. I go back because I miss the stars. Sometimes, when you're there, you look up at the constellations and marvel that once people could navigate stretches of seas just from gazing up at them. Then you come back and look up and they're gone. It's black. Black as death. And you know that the only time you can see them again is if you go back. So you keep going and going until eventually you realize you never can make them come back here. The sky will always be black. It will always be empty. It will never change. So you have to keep going, and you go back, and you see these people. Everyday people doing everyday things. You talk to them. You look them in the eyes. They talk to you about inane things. The weather is so nice today. Their neighbor is having an affair. The road outside their house needs to be repaired. And they have no idea that they're dead. They know they're going to die one day, but to them, that day is far off. It doesn't exist for them, not in that moment. They might die in a few days, in a horrific volcanic blaze that thousands of years later we will still talk about, but they don't know that. They're stuck in a singular moment in time that will never end, that exists forever but will never exist again. And then you come back and talk to people here, and they say the same things. The weather is so nice today. Their neighbor is having an affair. The street outside their house needs to be repaired. And it all just feels...
Like what?
Like nothing's real. Like I'm not at home.
Where do you feel at home, John?
I don't know. I guess nowhere.
Do you think Nate feels the same way as you?
I don't know.
You know him best. Do you think he feels the same way?
Are you interrogating me right now?
I'm worried, John. I always thought I had a sense of foresight. My professors would always joke that I was a prophet. As my life goes on, I've become more and more convinced of it. The day before May, I called my mom and told her I was right. I was always meant to be alone. Have you ever loved someone, but they didn't understand you, and you didn't understand them?
Yes. More often than not.
But then did you ever meet someone and you knew they knew you, really understood you, recognized you, like they looked in your eyes and knew? All my life I thought I'd be alone. Then I met her and it was as if I had been wandering around in shadows my entire life, and she found me and led me to the stars. And then she left, and she took the stars, and she took them with her. And I don't think she's ever going to come back and get me again. A few weeks before she wanted to watch her favorite movie, and I had a lot of work to do. Jess and I had been up to our necks in research that entire week, and I was so close to being done, I couldn't stop, not then. So I told her maybe another night. And she looked over at me, and her face she looked like she was mourning a living corpse. And she said, "Do you know what day it is?" I felt my stomach give in. "Do you know what day it is?" I didn't know. I said Thursday. And she looked at me and she said, "How could you forget?" It was her birthday. I forgot my own wife's birthday. And then she looked at me, really looked at me. She scrunched up her nose like she does when she sees a distasteful piece of art. And then she whispered, in a tone so low I could barely hear it, she whispered, "Once I saw a future in you. Now there's nothing." Then she left. The next day I came home from work and all her things were gone. I knew I wasn't going to see her again. Before I knew it, divorce papers. Served.
Realizing your marriage was deteriorating doesn't make you a prophet. You just study prophecies.
Do we not become the things we study eventually?
I don't think so.
I think that's what's happening with you and Nate.
Is that a bad thing?
Depends. If you drag Nate down with you, he could hate you forever for it.
Drag him down in what exactly?
You tell me. You know, John, you're walking on a razor's edge. Be wary in where you tread. It's dangerous to fall in love with the past. You spend too much time trying to make it here, and you'll lose everything. I know I did. I don't want what happened to me to happen to you.
If you say so. Can I go now?
But Nate isn't here yet.
I'll call him. I'll see what's up.
And John,
Yes?
the stars are still there, even when you can't see them.
I know.
Do you?
Yes.
If you say so.
Oh, god damn it.
What is it?
My Tylenol bottle's out.
Is this a huge crisis right now?
No, not really. Yes. Maybe. I've had a headache all day.
I could call Jess and ask her to pick some up.
Could you? That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, sure, of course. Hey, Jess. No, I'm not calling for that. No, I don't need lunch. I just wanted to hear your voice. I know, I'm the best. Anyways, Jess. Marianne ran out of Tylenol. Could you pick some up? Okay, great. Love you. Bye.
Do you think it worked yesterday?
Yes.
How can you be so sure?
I'm not.
Oh,
But I'm optimistic. Optimism's always a good thing, Nate. It's good to be hopeful that things are going to work out. Otherwise, you'll spend the rest of your life wishing things were different.
that's rather hopeful for you, don't you think?
Nate, be quiet.
Did you just tell me to be quiet?
Yes. I think I heard something.
Oh, damn. Is that her? She's looking pretty good for 900.
Did you not read the dossier? She's only 900 in the Aeneid. This is a different Sibyl.
I like to think that all of the Sibyls are the same.
Nate.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
I know, and I appreciate that, but please be quiet.
Okay. Starting now.
Oh, magna sacerdos, des mihi aures amabote?
Ti peista, xena, sudesitis?
Fuck, she's Greek.
Ti?
Fuck.
Prux?
Did you not read the dossier?
I thought you would know more Latin.
John!
Ti paton?
I know.
Tignos?
Nate, only you know Greek.
I can't talk to her. My training's not done yet.
You're going to have to. My Greek's rusty.
Ti? Ti rusas? Ti peista, xena, sudesitis?
She's speaking in epic. Fuck!
Attic is fine, Nate.
I can't, John.
Just try.
Xena, petomoi.
Kratiste Sibylla. Katakopoi ale monesesmen bulometa legin soy.
He makarie udepopote alemonos tigen. Tihe kete zeteonte seme.
He komen, Kratiste Sibylla, to consult your foresight of the future.
You know who I am.
You are a most powerful and awesome prophet,
Then you understand I am busy.
but greatest Sibyl,
I have important business. I must be on my way now. Goodbye, strangers.
wait, before you burn your books.
What?
What?
Are you too cursed with foresight of the future?
Cursed?
Foresight of the future is rarely a gift, young man.
Yes, I am. Yes, cursed.
Apollo sunk his teeth into you, too.
Yes.
I'm very sorry to hear that, young man. I wish you well, but I must be on my way.
Wait. Since I'm a prophet as well, could I possibly look at your books to see?
No,
Why not?
because they are not meant for you. I must be on my way.
Does the word Victoria mean anything to you?
Victoria,
Yes.
be careful. You walk on a razor's edge.
What?
It is an unseemly place to tread. A slip and you cut your throat. Be wary lest you bleed out over an altar.
You have wandered for so long. What lands will you not claw to? What citadels will you not storm? What rage will you not be smothered beneath? How far will you go? How low will you stoop? What will you do when you have become Pyrrhus himself, axe in an impious hand? A wandering youth, life is never kind to bright young souls. She abhors their light, jealous of their callous contrivances and playful posterity. Be careful lest you find yourself ensnared in the envious glare of her flashing eyes.
I won't.
That's what they all say.
Please, can I look at them?
Only if you promise not to memorize them.
I promise.
You have looked at them,
Yes.
and you've memorized them.
No.
See that you don't. It's better for a man never to know his future.
Isn't that the whole point of prophecy? To know the future?
There is no man to whom it would be better to live, knowing his death, than to die as unknowing as a child.
But
Be cautious. Be careful. Be wise. It's difficult for you to do, but you must try.
I will.
Be wary of the one with you. Never put all your trust into one soul.
What are you talking about?
You know.
Very well then. Thank you, great prophetess, for your help, I mean.
Prophesying is never helpful. It only unfurls devastation beyond the horrors of viscera and gore. Goodbye, Pyrrhus.
Goodbye, most powerful prophetess.
And Pyrrhus,
Yes?
Mr. Scraggles is back.
Chris. Chris. Chris!
Hey!
Can you please turn your music down?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was so loud.
My migraine is killing me. Do you know when Jess will get back?
I don't know, actually. She probably got caught up at the library. She texted me a pic of a pretty fat book, so she might be there for a while.
I think my skull will literally murder me if I don't get a Tylenol soon.
How about we play a fun game where we turn off all the lights and sit in silence?
That sounds great. But I think Nate will have a panic attack if we plunge them both into darkness.
Oh, guess it's time.
Recalculating to 12:30, Tuesday, September 10th, 2030.
Recalculated?
Recalculating for their position.
Recalculated.
Let's bring them back in. 3, 2, 1.
Go. You two seem off. Did you talk to the Sibyl?
Nate did.
Nate did. But his training's not done yet. The mission was far too important for Nate to do it.
She didn't know any Latin. Nate's better with Greek than I am.
Even though she only spoke in epic Greek.
She only spoke in epic Greek? That's strange. She wrote the acrostics in Latin. I would have expected her to know it.
Maybe she was pretending that she didn't.
Why would she do that?
I don't know, but my attic Greek knowledge could barely carry me during that conversation.
Did you look at the books?
Mm-hmm.
You memorized them?
Mm-hmm.
Did she say anything more to you?
Why don't we discuss this during our debriefing?
Normally I would, but Jess went out to the library and isn't back yet, so it wouldn't make sense to start.
She's picking up some Tylenol right now, too.
Oh, she's back. Jess, perfect timing.
Vic, I'm not really feeling well. I think I might have to go home early.
Oh no. Do you think it was something you ate?
I'm not sure. I only had a sandwich from the coffee shop down the street, and I took some Tylenol too, but that's about it.
I see. Strange. I hope you feel better. Go home for the day. We can discuss tomorrow.
Do you want me to call you a taxi? Then you can lie down while you wait?
No, I should be able to drive.
Jess! Vic, you have a couch in your office, right?
Yes, put her on it. Oh, poor Jess.
God, I hope she's okay.
A lot of talk of Tylenol today. There's no tamper seal on this bottle. Nate, do you remember that time a few months ago when Jess got Marianne some Tylenol, and then Chris made fun of her because she can never take off the tamper seals properly?
I remember that vaguely. Why?
But look, the tamper seal was peeled off perfectly on this one. Do you think there was one on it originally?
What do you mean?
Does this smell like almonds to you?
Oh my god, she's having a fucking seizure! Jess!
God damn it, fuck!
Oh my god! Call 911!
What?
I think there might be cyanide in the Tylenol.
What?
Call 911!
Call 911! Jess! Oh my god! Jess! Oh my god! Marianne, help me keep her still! Call 911!
I'm trying!
I am!
God. Oh god! Jess!
Her pulse is weak. Call 911!
Oh god!
Hello?
Jess!
Hello?
Jess!
My friends are having a seizure. We think she's been poisoned. I don't know, by cyanide, we think. I don't know. Please come to 35 East Wacker Drive, 12th floor. Hurry. Please!
Just stay with me.
No!
Nate, we messed up. We messed up somehow. Fuck!
What?
There's no pulse.
The Tylenol murders. Damn it! Fuck! I don't think they ever happened.
No!
Fuck!
No!
Fuck!
No!
The Tylenol murders, John. The Sibyl said.
Jess, don't go! Jess, please
There's no
don't
such
go.
thing as a prophecy, Nate.
No!
Sybil said.
Oh my
the
god,
Sybil
no,
said-
please,
Sybil-
no!
Oh god! Oh my god, Jess!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Jess, good god, what's happened to you?
Chris, you need to get up.
Jess, how could you go like this? How could you leave me behind?
Chris.
I have no one left now, Jess. It was you. It was always you. It was only ever you. You were all I had. You were everything I was. You were everything I wasn't. Oh, Jess, do you remember when my parents died and I told you I'd never find anyone to love me like that? Do you remember what you said? You said, can I try? God, Jess, what will I do now? What will I do now you've left me? You were my father, you were my mother, you were my brothers and sisters, you were all this to me and more. What will I do now that you've left me? How can I go on? Oh God, Jess, who did this to you? Oh God, Jess, please, don't leave me. Jess, please, Jess!
We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama. If you would like to support us in our mission of telling more positive queer stories, please consider donating to us on Venmo at DFTC Thank you. Please be advised, this production has the following trigger warnings: suicide, death, gun violence, and intense grief. Please listen responsibly. Thank you, and enjoy this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama. You want creamer in that coffee?
Please. Thank you.
Of course. How was your weekend? Did you even leave your house?
No.
I guess that makes two of us.
Why? You used to go out. I didn't.
Yeah, because you prefer the Aeneid over people. I remember.
I don't prefer the Aeneid over people. I like people fine. It's just
What?
this job. It's difficult sometimes. Makes it difficult to talk to people. But I told you that. Speaking of the Aeneid, what else did the Sibyl tell you last week?
She just said that I shouldn't memorize the books. A bunch of other weird stuff too. But mainly that.
She said nothing else?
She said some stuff where she compared me to Neoptolemus, which I was slightly offended by. But I told you that.
His name is Pyrrhus. She called you Pyrrhus.
God, John, stop being such a Latinist. His name is also Neoptolemus.
You know, I may not be as well versed in Greek as you are, Nate, but I do know how you look when something unsettling happens. What else did she tell you?
Oh, that? She just said to trust you.
She did?
Yeah, and that you seem like a great person. We should probably get ready for...
Nate, please don't lie to me.
I'm not lying to you.
What else did she tell you?
I forget. I don't remember.
So you can memorize the acrostics of 9 books worth of prophecies, but you can't remember what the Sibyl told you?
Yes!
Don't lie to me, Nate. What did she say?
She said to not trust you.
What?
She said to not trust you. And I'm starting to think that she's right.
What do you mean by that?
Because you made me change the past. Even though I told you I didn't want to. You said nothing would change. I trusted you. I trusted you. Now Jess is dead and it's all our fault. She said I'd become destruction. She said I'd become Neoptolemus. I'm scared, John. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know who to trust anymore. Everything's messed up now and it's all my fault. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Nate.
I killed her and it's all your fault.
Nate, calm down, please. You're working yourself up into a frenzy. Let's think about this, okay? We told the shepherd to go to Pompeii, and Chris's dog was Mr. Scraggles again. Therefore, we were right to change the past. Mr. Scraggles is back. You must have said something to the Sibyl that made the future change, that made the Tylenol murders never happen. We just had the misfortune that they happen now instead.
I didn't say anything.
You said the word Victoria, and she came back. What if she was meant to pass by us all this time? What if we were supposed to just let her go?
But Vic...
Maybe the Sibyl burned the books so we could never memorize them. So we could never know what the acrostic said. Maybe learning them is why Jess died.
But then that means...
If we want to get Jess back, we have to forget those books. We need to go back to that day and let her pass by us. We have to let her burn them without us ever looking at them. Then I'll destroy the prophecy Vic has and it'll be like it never happened.
What if it doesn't work?
It will.
What if it makes things worse?
Jess is dead, Nate. We can't think about that right now. We have to get her back. We can't let her stay dead.
You're right. You're right. But how do we get Marianne to help us again?
To help with what, exactly?
Marianne, we were just...
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're implying. You messed something up in the past. You killed Jess, and now you want to bring her back. Well, we have to do it. We have to bring her back. I don't care if it changes the future. She's dead, and she shouldn't be.
Marianne, thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't thank me. I heard what you said the other day about tamper seals last week. Now they'll exist, but they didn't before. You changed the past somehow. You knew something and you didn't save her. You just let her die, and you bastards got away with it. Well, I'm not going to let my anger prevent me from bringing her back to the living. I said I wouldn't help you again, but now I have to. I just have to. Let's go. Now. You're going back in time, and you're going to talk to that stupid Sybil and do whatever you think you should do. We're going to set it all right again.
Do you think it'll work?
I don't know what you did in the past to mess up here so much, but whatever you did, I'm assuming you know how to fix it. The present can't get any worse than what happened a week ago. The wake was horrible. I can't believe you didn't come.
Don't
say you had plans, John. You don't have friends.
I couldn't get out of bed that day. I just laid in bed staring at a wall.
So you were so cowardly that you stayed in bed all day instead of face what you'd done?
I did the same thing.
Wow. That's comforting to hear that there are two cowards tasked with going back in time to bring back their murdered friend from the dead.
Enough, Marianne. Let's get this over with.
My pleasure. Be quick before everyone else gets here. Get in position within 30 minutes.
Hello, purists.
It's all right. Nate, I'm sure it worked.
What do we do now?
We destroy the prophecy.
So, Chris, how are you doing?
Fine.
Why don't we just get this over with? What do you want to know, Vic?
Nothing. I don't want to know anything anymore.
Are you sure? It's okay to not be fine.
Can everyone stop telling me that? That's all I ever hear nowadays. People act as if I'm a sad puppy.
I don't see the point. Jess is dead. I'm alone now. She was one of my best friends, and now she's dead.
She was just your research assistant.
You just went through something traumatic. I wanted to check.
Yeah, watching the light leave your girlfriend's eyes while she's having a goddamn seizure is pretty fucking traumatic. You know what's worse? When everyone asks you how you're doing, constantly, with the same concerned tone. How are you doing? I'm not doing great. My girlfriend died in my arms and I couldn't do anything. I just want to have a coffee with my friend and forget the moment that I'm going to remember forever.
I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
The wake was awful. I knew I worked her hard, but it was because I thought she was the smartest young woman I'd ever met. Her memory was fantastic. Memory's a funny thing, isn't it? Eventually, Jess's face will fade from our minds, like rocks eroding, and we'll spend the rest of our days wishing to see her face again, but she'll never come back. She'll always stay dead.
That's not necessarily true.
No, that was uncalled for. I shouldn't have snapped like that. Listen, Nate, let me get you a coffee.
No, you don't have to.
Let me do this.
What are you implying, John?
We could go back to the past. Do something. Try to get her back.
That's against our code of conduct. We're not supposed to interfere with the past.
Not even to get Jess back? What about the acrostics?
There's a difference between changing the past to bring someone back from the dead and using a prophecy to stop something horrible in the present day. If she was meant to die, then she was meant to die. It's horrible to say, but it's true. There's never a good outcome for anyone who becomes obsessed with changing the past.
Creamer?
When did you start taking creamer in your coffee?
Why do you keep saying that?
Saying what?
John actually got me into it. I used to like it black.
That being obsessed with changing the past is bad.
When did I say that? Well, whenever I did, I was right. It can be bad to fall in love with the past when you become so ingrained in it that you lose sight of now.
I haven't lost sight of now.
Nothing, it's just. You and John. You two have been spending a lot of time together lately. You used to not like creamer in your coffee.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm only telling you this because that's what happened to me. I spent my life obsessed with the past, with studying it, that one day I looked up and 30 years had gone by. I missed my entire life. I was alone forever because of it. Do you ever feel lonely, John?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know, you two seem really similar?
Sometimes I think you're the loneliest person I know.
We're not really that similar.
I'm not really that lonely.
That's funny. I always thought he reminded me of you. You know, he's kind of a loner, but he's smart, witty, kind of like you.
But that's not what you meant.
Aren't you, though? You don't have a spouse, you don't have friends, you're aloof. All you do is work and go back to the past. I don't even know what you do on the weekends. These conversations are the only time you genuinely talk to us. You know, John, loneliness is not something asked for, but something which accrues over time. Do you think you can stop yourself from being lonely?
What are you implying?
Oh, come on, man.
So no.
No. What did you mean?
No. I am able to stop myself.
I just mean that you're both time travelers. Time travelers have a certain personality to them, that's all. They either act too over the top or they act super aloof. Either way, they act like they have a secret that you'll never know.
I don't think you are, John. I think you're as lonely as me. And I think you pretend like it's okay, but deep down you hate it.
I don't act like that.
I don't hate being lonely.
Well, recently you have been. I didn't notice it before, but now that you've been spending so much time with John...
Then why go back to the past? Why talk to so many people? What's to be gained from interacting with them?
He's training me.
There's nothing to be gained for me.
But you canceled our plans 3 times in a row so you could have more training with John. What's up with you two?
But don't you? Don't you stand to gain knowledge, companionship? What do you have to gain?
He's just training me.
Home. I don't feel at home here. But when I go back, when I'm with Nate, I feel...
Alright, don't tell me.
I'm telling you the truth, goddammit!
At home?
like home is possible. For once.
You said you had something to tell me.
Yes, but now I'm not sure if I want to tell you.
Home is not something that is preordained, but built, John. You can build a home here. You don't need the past to make it.
You don't know that.
Don't be like that, Chris.
It's just... I bought a gun.
I do. I've done it all my life. I never had a home. I never had a wife.
You bought a gun?
You never had a wife?
It's in my drawer.
Please don't show it to me. Chris, why'd you get it?
No, I never had love. Not like that. Not the type of love where you feel at home. So I made a home in myself because I knew I would be the only place I'd ever feel less alone. You might want to consider doing the same.
I bought it because I didn't feel safe in the office anymore. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like not to feel safe at home anymore. All I ever dream about is Jess, then I wake up and she's gone. It feels so exposed. I feel as if someone's taken all the skin off my body and I'm walking around with open nerves and shit. The gun made me feel like I had a bit more skin back.
I think you've fallen in love with the past a bit. It's all you do. You need other things. You can't live there, John.
Well, thanks for telling me. But you really shouldn't have it at work.
Well, thanks for your concern, but you're really overstepping your boundaries here.
I'll move it soon. I just wanted to tell you.
I needed to say it.
Whatever makes you feel better. Just be safe. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Least of all you.
Whatever makes you feel better, I guess.
Yeah, I will. Thanks for talking with me, Nate.
All right, then. Go see if Nate's come in yet.
Of course. Oh, so that's why you were late.
Chris asked me to have a coffee with her when I got here. I couldn't say no. How was the meeting with Vic?
She was just being Vic again. You know what she's like.
God, I can imagine. I mean, first May and then Jess dying. She's gonna lose her mind.
May? Who are you two talking about?
John.
Keep your voice down, Nate.
Who is May?
No one.
John!
Is May someone we're supposed to know?
No.
Oh, god damn it!
Don't lie to me. Was May a person we knew? Or used to know? I know that Jess didn't come back that much as a parent, but when I sent you back to fix it that second time, did you change the present again?
We didn't mean to.
God damn it! God damn it, Nate! Who the hell is May?
Vic's ex-wife.
You killed Vic's ex-wife?
Didn't kill her. They just haven't met yet, I'm guessing. Listen, Marianne, let's think about this for a moment. Vic has always been, well, a wreck of a person. I would say you gotta love the woman, but I can't. She's a mess. Vic spiraled after May left. She became interrogative and obsessed and fanatical about prophecy, of all things. She took it out on us because she couldn't bear to be alone anymore. So now we've had to run around performing these insane errands with the Sibyl, and now Jess is dead. Wouldn't you think it's better, for her sake as well as ours, that she just never had a wife to begin with?
It's not up to me to make that decision, and neither should you.
Sometimes you have to. I think right now we need to focus on Jess. Listen, Nate and I must have done something wrong with the Sibyl when we tried to change it the first time. We need your help again. We need to go back and talk to the Sibyl, try to get Jess back. Then maybe May will come back too.
God damn it, John. Fine. I'll help you bring Jess back, but this is the last time. I'll never do this again. Tonight at 7. Don't be late. I have to pick up my kids from soccer practice at 8 p.m. sharp, so you'll have to be quick. Don't mess this up, or you'll regret it.
Why does Chris have a gun?
You're late.
The line at the coffee shop was really long.
You two and your coffee and creamer. Hurry up, get ready. We need to move. Do you know what you have to do?
We're going to talk to the Sibyl and ask her to tell us our prophecies. I think learning the acrostics was the wrong move and we needed to hear our futures all along. Maybe that's what was meant to happen. If not, we'll know what to avoid in the future. Either way, we'll learn something that might help us.
But, John, the Sibyl said...
It's the only option we have left. What else do you suggest we do, Nate?
I don't know. I just know that she said it was better for a man to not know his fate.
Sometimes you have to. This is the only choice we have left. It has to work.
You two are the experts on the Sibyl here. If you think it's the right thing to do, I think it's a good idea. Get ready. I've programmed the machine so that you both come back automatically at 8 p.m.
But isn't having human operators better?
It's preferable, but I have to pick my kids up in 15 minutes, and no offense, but they take priority here. Just be in position in exactly 30 minutes or else you won't be able to come back. Understand? Recalculating. Are you two ready?
Ready.
Recalculated. Sending you back in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, great prophetess, we are but wandering travelers. I wish to consult the foresight of your prophetic abilities.
No. Goodbye.
What?
I said no, young man.
But...
Must you always accost me when I am on my way? I said no. I don't disperse fortunes to unfortunate ones. It's better for them never to know their fates.
I don't always... And I'm not unfortunate.
That's what they all say.
But I'm not.
Do you truly believe you are not unfortunate, Pyrrhus? Would you not say that misfortune has leached herself onto you?
No, I wouldn't. And I'm not Neoptolemus. We're not the same.
Being similar does not mean being the same. Remember that. Never forget that.
I will. I won't forget. If you won't tell me my prophecy, will you tell me his?
A man whose foundations are the linchpins of loneliness only revels in his unbridled agony. He immolates those around him with his malignant machinations and callous contrivances. He will never realize that understanding doesn't necessarily implicate desire. His carnage never comes from an impulse of concern, but from an ignored, dire need. And when the last life has been leached into the dark shades, where will he turn but from the stars, from the light of day, from the light of God itself? There's nothing left to salvage for a man with no home. Tell him to be careful. Tell him to watch out. He walks on a razor's edge, unaware he'll slip at any moment.
I will. Thank you, great prophetess.
Oh, and Pyrrhus.
Yes?
Where is your axe?
What did she say?
She called me Pierce again. She said she wouldn't give me a prophecy, but then she sort of did.
Anything useful? Anything we could use?
She said something about loneliness.
Loneliness?
Yeah, that a man whose foundations are the linchpins of loneliness only revels in his unbridled agony, and that he immolates those around him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think that's me?
No, I don't. I don't think you want to hurt anyone.
But you think I'm lonely.
No, John, I don't. I just get scared that you are. You don't talk to anyone but me. Sometimes you can't seem to stand other people, and I get worried that you're lonely and that you're okay with it, and that
What?
you want me to be lonely like you.
I don't want you to be lonely, Nate. I never would. And I'm not lonely. Sometimes I can't relate to other people. Sometimes I talk to them and I just don't understand them. But I don't feel that way around you. Nate, I understand you. You understand me. I don't think you're Pyrrhus. I think the Sibyl is just messing with us. I think she has been. I think this was the final word she needed to say to us to warn us, and that the future is better again. I'm sure it is. It has to be. It just has to. She gave you your fortune. We didn't look at the books. We let her go burn them. It must have worked. It must have.
Are you sure?
Don't you trust me? Don't you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Then get ready. We have to go back soon. Everything will be fine, Nate. You'll see.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama. If you would like to support us in our mission of telling more positive queer stories, please consider donating to us on Venmo at DFTC USC. Thank you. Please be advised, this production has the following trigger warnings: suicide, death, gun violence, and intense grief. Please listen responsibly. Thank you, and enjoy this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama.
I'm telling you, there is no way that would work.
What do you mean?
There's no way kale and smoothies is good.
I'm telling you, it is.
There's just no way. You're just like Nate and John and Vic, always putting weird stuff in your drinks.
I'd prefer not to be compared to John.
Oh, speak of the devil. Hey, John, how are you?
You're cheery today.
Why wouldn't I be?
No reason.
Early morning?
Meeting with Vic. I'm not looking forward to it. All she does is ramble on and on.
That woman has way too much free time.
Speaking of free time, are you too busy with the kids to stay after work with Nate and me today?
Kids?
Yeah.
That would be a problem if I could carry a child without having a miscarriage, John. How could you forget that?
I'm so sorry. I got confused. I didn't mean to say that. Jess, you look great.
Thanks. I look like this all the time.
I know. It's just, I think you look especially great today.
Thanks. That's very nice of you.
Jess?
Yeah?
Oh my god.
What is it?
How are you alive?
Well, my heart hasn't given out yet and my lungs are still pumping, so that's how.
No, you were dead.
What are you talking about, Nate?
You were dead. You died. We all watched you die.
Nate?
You were dead. You were dead. You're not alive. You're not real. You're not real.
Nate, calm down.
How is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. Why does this keep happening?
Nate, are you okay?
Can someone tell me what's going on?
Chris,
Nate, no.
What's going on?
Is something wrong, Nate?
John and I, we...
Nate?
Nate, did something happen to my kids when you went back last night?
Don't you have kids?
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Marianne. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Why are you apologizing right now? What's going on?
Yeah, what do you mean by went back?
I'm so sorry.
Nate, don't.
This is all my fault. This is all my fault because I didn't want that shepherd to die in Pompeii. I couldn't look him in the eyes and know that he was going to die. I needed to say something, anything to get him to not go there. So I told him Pompeii was ugly because I didn't want him to go. That it messed up everything. First it was just your dog, Chris. It was a boy when we left, and when we came back it was a girl. So Marianne helped us try to fix it, and then we talked to the Sibyl, and I messed up again. I said something wrong and Jess died. We kept trying to bring her back, but it didn't work. It kept not working, and then Marianne.
What?
I died? You killed me?
Marianne, I'm so sorry. We took your children from you.
Well, it fucking sounds like it.
Are you saying that in another reality I had children? My own children?
Holy shit. What the hell is going on?
I could bear children. I had children. I had real living children.
I'm so sorry.
You had 4 kids. David, 12, hated math, but he was a phenomenal writer. Lisa, 9, loved soccer and baking. Jody, 6, she learned how to write quantum mechanics, and you were so proud. Oliver was 3, and so excited for preschool. You were so proud of them all.
I had children. And you remember them? But I can't. I can't.
I'm sorry, Marianne.
I have to go.
No, don't.
Marianne. Jess, where are my glasses, head? Oh. Wait, what's going on?
Why don't you ask Nate and John how they ruined your life?
What are you talking about? They fucking changed the past, Vic. I knew it. I always knew this would happen, always thought I was a prophet.
You're not a prophet, Vic. Stop saying that.
It's hard to be a prophet in the 21st century.
Stop saying that.
I told you. I warned you about falling in love with the past, and look what you've done. How am I not a prophet?
If you're a fucking prophet, Vic, then tell me what happened to you.
What?
How did we change you?
You didn't. I'm untouchable.
How can you be so sure?
I have nothing to lose.
Vic, stop. You don't want to.
You have nothing to lose.
I don't!
Tell that to your wife.
What?
May.
Who are you talking about?
Precisely.
Are you implying that I...
Yes?
Oh my god.
You're lying. You're lying to me. That's a cruel thing to say, John.
You always said you were so scared to be alone. That you thought you'd be alone for your entire life. And now you are. How does it feel to be a prophet now, Vic? How does it feel to know that even you couldn't see this coming? How does it feel to know that once you had it, that you had love once? How does it feel to know a version of you finally found someone who understood? You are nothing, Vic. You're not a prophet. You're a pathetic, sad woman who couldn't even make her wife stay with her when she had her. Oh, even when you found love, you let it slip through your fingers. You are nothing but a narcissistic, babbling, neurotic, high-strung, worthless...
And Victoria multarabit malam murmura mixta, purus profugi et fuscasti impios ascia, aeneas erator solus supplicat umbras, eunio bediges lacrimas labere revana, dictenim luctus gemini tempus fatumque immotam memoriam, O unyielding man! Look at what wreckage you've spurned. Who will you turn to when you've destroyed us all? Petty man born from petty squabbles, you who have wandered lost, alone, desolate, searching, clawing, gnawing for home, supplicating the stars. What will you do now that you have become crime itself? What will become of us, those who trusted you blindly, believing the delusions of a homesick man? What will we do now that we have been stripped of life? I spent my life encumbered by the words of dead men, strung to their poems and speeches and essays and refutations and litanies and memories. So many memories, years of translations and essays and defenses and postulations and research and books. Homer, Herodotus, Plato, Plutarch, Thucydides, Sophocles, Cicero, Catullus, Lucian, Livy, Virgil, the words of dead men ring in my skull. I devoted my soul, my being, my life to those words. And now what do I have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing at all. Ew, indeed. I spent all my life to this work. And then I looked up and realized I spent my entire life alone. I spent all my life wishing, praying for someone to see me, and someone did. Now I'll never know her. I'll never know what it was like. I'll never know.
I'm so sorry, Vic, but you were in pain. It was for the best when you really think about it.
It wasn't your decision to make.
You lost your mind when she left you. He's right.
It's better to experience the arrows of pain than to have lived your entire life alone. Than to live your entire life weeping, wondering. Why would you do this? Why?
It was a mistake.
Mistakes aren't repeated. Repetition is intentional.
John, please don't lie to us.
It was a mistake. It was all just a mistake.
It wasn't. It wasn't, and you know it wasn't.
It was. It was all just a mistake.
John?
It was.
Stop fucking lying!
Why would you do it, John? Why? Why?
Because nothing felt right anymore.
What?
Because nothing felt right. Nothing felt real. I can't live here. I can't live now. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Everything's different now. Ever since this job started, I feel so alone. Constantly. Every day I talk to men who should be dead, and then I come back here and I have the exact same conversations. I don't recognize anyone. So I kept going back and forth, again and again, to try to make everything go back to the way it was, but it never works. I couldn't see the stars anymore. I couldn't make them come back. I couldn't make anything right. I didn't know what to do. I'm so sorry.
So you ruined our lives because you felt wrong?
No, it's not like that. I didn't know what to do. I felt so alone. I thought if I took Nate with me, then...
Then what?
You'd know.
Know what?
What it feels like to want to live back there. In the past. And that you'd...
That I'd stay there with you?
No, that's not what I meant.
That I'd have to stay with you forever so that I'd be as alone as you? Is that what you wanted, John? For me to never feel at home again?
You understand now. You know why I keep going back now.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nothing will ever feel like home again, Nate. But that's okay. We have each other now. We can be home together, back there.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Nate.
You've destroyed me. You've ruined me. You've killed me. With your fucking words and thoughts and the fucking creamer and coffee. Fuck.
Nate, no, I didn't mean to.
You just what? You wanted me to spend the rest of my days like you, wandering, remembering everything?
I was lonely. I just wanted someone to understand.
It doesn't matter if you were lonely, John. It doesn't matter. You ruined my life because you felt entitled to it. That makes you horrible. That makes you evil. That makes you a monster.
Don't say that.
You're atrocious. You're despicable. You're vile. You revolt me. You disgust me.
Stop
Each
it.
time
Stop.
we go back, I hope it's you. I hope it's you who gets destroyed each time. Each time I pray that you're the one who disappears. Each time we change something, I hope you end up dead.
Please
I
stop.
hate you. I hate you. I've always hated you.
Stop it. Don't say that.
You burn.
Nate, please. No, not the gun.
It's a banana. Of course it is. Of course it is. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. It hurts. It hurts.
So, about today.
Stop talking. Let's just wait for Marianne to come and we can do it. We can fix it. I don't care if we have to kill the Sibyl herself. We have to fix it.
I understand, Nate, and I hear you. It's a difficult thing. Time travel.
Don't give me another one of your monologues.
Nate, I'm just trying to help.
Like you helped me before? When you made me do all your dirty work so you could have me all to yourself?
That isn't fair.
Stop talking, John. Shut up for once in your life.
Okay. Starting now.
That thing with the Kumean Sibyl and the coffee shop? Did you mean to tell her Tarquinius Superbus was dead? Did you do it on purpose?
It was a mistake.
That's what you said before. And then you said that all this, all we've been through, wasn't a mistake. That you did it intentionally.
I never said that. I said it was a mistake. That I kept doing it because I was lonely. Because I wanted you to understand what it was like. But it was always just a mistake. I just didn't know how to fix it, and you were so upset. I wanted to make things right for you. Reality shifting was just a side effect of that. You experiencing what I had always experienced made me feel less lonely, so I felt fine in messing with the past, because either way, it would work in my benefit. That's why I did it. I'm ashamed I messed with the past, and I'm more ashamed that I hurt you. But it was always just a mistake. It was nothing more than a mistake.
How do I know you're not lying to me?
You're going to have to trust me.
Trust is ruined now, John. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is going back, talking to that Sibyl, and making things right in any way you know how.
We tried ignoring her. We tried talking to her. We tried forgetting the acrostics, but still things change. I'm not sure what's left to be done at this point.
What if we prevent her from burning the books? Maybe that's what was meant to happen all along. Maybe they were never meant to be destroyed.
How are we supposed to do that?
I'm the Greek speaker. I'll figure it out.
Listen, I don't know how long this is going to take, and I'd rather not stay here to see the world get changed. I'm going to set the time machine to bring you back automatically at 12:30 sharp. Be ready to go when it's time. When you come back, I'll be gone.
What do you mean?
I'm quitting. I don't see the point in doing this job anymore. It's been polluted. It went against my moral principles to help you two, and all I became was collateral damage. I never want to work with time again. You've ruined everything, and it's time to fix it once and for all. Get ready. Wake up. John?
Yes?
Was I a good mother?
Your children couldn't have asked for a better one.
Recalculated. Sending you back in 3, 2, 1.
Listen, Nate, I want to apologize.
I don't accept your apology.
But, Nate...
Shut up. Oh, great Sibyl, we humbly ask for your help. We are but wandering travelers.
You again?
How?
How many times will you provoke me, young man?
Not too many. Listen, I need to tell you something. Don't burn your books. Get Tarquinius to buy them without burning them.
I must burn them.
What? Why?
That's how it's always happened. That's how it always will happen. Much like this conversation and all of our other conversations and all potential conversations will always happen. They will always exist, no matter how much you think they don't.
No, that's not possible.
Neither was prophecy, according to that one. But look where we are now. Tell me, Pyrrhus, what carnage is yours now? Have you become destruction yet? Or is that still laying dormant deep within the cavity of your chest?
I'm not Neoptolemus. I'm not destruction.
That's what you always say. But tell me, Pyrrhus, what lives have you ruined so far? Would you not call that destruction?
I didn't mean to.
I told you to be wary. I told you to be cautious.
How do you know that?
Prophets see all, the past, the present, the future, the things that were, the things that are, the things that will be. I saw every detail of your life, all that was, all that will be, all that may be, all that could have been. I saw it all.
Stop it. Stop. You don't know me. That's not possible.
Everything is possible. Everything and more. There is much to this world you'll never understand. You must not limit yourself too much, Pyrrhus. You must explore all the hidden, shadowed parts of this earth, its horrors and beauties, its rises and falls, its circles and lines.
You said if I did that, I'd become destruction. And I did. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to be destruction. I didn't mean to. I never intended for it all to happen like that. I was just trying to do the right thing.
Do you not believe that you are capable of both kindness and cruelty? That you are not both carnage and creation, marauder and nurturer, destruction and delight?
I'm not.
Do not fear becoming destruction so much. Go willingly. Succumb happily. It is much easier for you if you do. The signs are telling you to go. So go.
Go where?
You know.
But...
Goodbye, Pyrrhus. I hope life is gracious to you for once. It's difficult to lead a strife-filled life. Many would rather give up.
I won't.
Are you sure?
No.
That's what I thought. Goodbye.
Wait.
What, young man?
Will you burn your books?
In all the lives I've seen, in all the histories I've watched unfurl, I've never seen one where I don't burn these books. They were not meant to be seen by human eyes.
But I need you to.
You don't need anything from other people, Pyrrhus.
But don't we need things from each other? Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point of everything?
Your future alone has always been in your hands, not in anyone else's. You know what to do. Goodbye.
What did she say?
She's going to burn them.
Wait, what?
She's going to burn them.
But why?
Because they were always meant to burn. Because we were always meant to do this. Oh God, John, how did I not realize this earlier? No, I did. I just didn't believe it. No, I just didn't want to believe it. The more we tried to fix the past, the worse the present became. That was always our future. We were always meant to mess with the past. Oh God. Oh God.
Nate, calm down.
We never had a choice. Is that what life is? A hopeless trap that you can never get out of? Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
No, Nate, calm down. What exactly did the Sibyl say about us being meant to do this?
She said she could see everything about our lives. That she could see what we were, what we are, what we'll become, what we could have been.
Think about that last part, Nate. What we could have been. There's a way out. There's always a way out.
But...
Nate, I'm begging you to trust me on this one. I know I've hurt you. I know I've ruined everything, but please, trust me when I say we could be so much more. Maybe you made it happen just by talking to her. Maybe the future has already changed for the better.
What if it's worse? What if I've ruined everything?
That's not possible. You couldn't ruin everything, Nate. You could never become Neoptolemus. You've done so much, all because you wanted so badly to change the world around you. That's not evil. That's the act of a man who cares.
No, it's not. It was an act of a coward.
A coward wouldn't have owned up to what he's done. I didn't. I'm the coward. I always have been. Nate, we could be so much more than cowards trapped in a cage. Don't panic when nothing bad has happened yet. Let's just get ready to go home now, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
How did you two get in here?
Vic, shut up.
Who are you? And how do you know my name?
John,
Stop playing
I don't
around.
think...
I'm quite serious, whoever you are. How did you get into my office? This section of the library is inaccessible to the public.
She doesn't know us.
Nate, would you please be quiet?
We did it. Sybil was right.
The Sibyl?
We didn't do anything.
I told you. I told you.
Nate, be quiet, please. Listen, Vic, where's Jess?
Jess is out.
See? Everything is fine.
Vic. Where's Chris?
Who?
Jess's girlfriend.
I think Jess is single. At least she's never mentioned a Chris before.
See?
No, they're playing a joke on us. They all are.
Where's Marianne? Vic.
I can't say I know any Mariannes. I think you might have the wrong Vic, gentlemen.
Listen to us. We went back in time. This is very important. You have to listen.
Wow, what a tale. But I can assure you, whoever you are, that those plans for time travel a year ago never came to fruition. We just couldn't make it work. It was nearly impossible to collect historically verifiable information without changing the past. That time machine is currently out of commission. It hasn't been used since. I do so admire your acting abilities, but you're not going to fool me.
They never came to fruition.
Dr. Roberts, I have the copies of the manuscript you asked for, and Dr. Maddow is asking for you.
Well, gentlemen, that's my cue to exit. I guess you can sit here babbling to each other if you so desire, but I must take my leave. Goodbye, whoever you are. I hope you find the Vic you're looking for.
Wait, Vic,
Yes?
how's May?
May?
You don't know her.
Can't say I do.
Were you alone your entire life?
That's a rather intrusive question for a stranger to ask. But if you must know, no, I've never been married, if that's what you're asking.
I'm sorry.
What's there to be sorry about? Some people are just built for loneliness, I think. Goodbye, whoever you are. I hope things work out for you.
She doesn't know. She doesn't remember.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew we'd destroy it. The Sybil was right. She always said we would destroy everything. She warned us all along, and we still wouldn't listen. Vic doesn't remember any of it. She doesn't remember us. None of them will. None of them will ever know. Oh, God. Oh, God. What do we do now?
It's time to go home.
No. 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 I don't want to. Not with you.
It's time to go home now, Nate.
No. 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 I'm not going to be stuck with you forever, remembering everything.
You're going to have to. You need to.
No, I won't. I'm not staying with you. Not here, not now. I can't stay in the present, knowing everything, knowing what it could have been, knowing what it isn't.
Sometimes we have to, Nate.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't be lonely like you. I can't live the rest of my life as the only one who sees what it could have been. I can't spend the rest of my days wondering. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. It hurts too much. I don't want to live life like that.
Was my life so bad?
Yes! You destroyed all of us. Because you were lonely? Because you couldn't see the stars anymore? Because you didn't know where home was anymore? That's a bad life, John. It's a sorrowful life that I can't live. I can't be destruction. I can't be Neoptolemus. I can't. I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm not going to be stuck forever with only you. I'm not. I can't live life like you. I can't live alone forever. I can't live life like that. I can't.
Nate, you're saying a lot of dangerous things right now. Let's go. Let's just go home.
I'm not.
Nate, what are you doing?
Succumbing happily.
Nate, no, put down the gun. Let's talk about this. Nate!
I'm sorry, John. I can't live the rest of my life like that.
Nate, no!
Let me go! Let me go!
No, Nate, no! No, Nate! No, Nate! Don't leave me! Don't go! Please don't go! No, Nate! No.
Is everyone okay? I heard a gunshot!
Nate, why? Why would you leave me? I told you! I begged you to stay with me! Why would you go when I asked you to stay? Oh, Nate, am I supposed to be lost forever? Missing your face for the rest of my days? Don't leave me among the living! Don't leave me in the present forever! Don't make me alone again, Nate! Please don't!
How'd he know about Dr. Meadows' gun? My God, what has happened to you two?
So much has happened, Vic. So much! The time machine, it works. We were time travelers. We used to work together, but you'll never know. You'll never know what the Kumean Sibyl said. You sent us to talk to her because you loved her prophecy so much. You wanted to know everything, but you'll never know that version of you. She'll only exist in my memory now. Like him. He'll never exist again. He'll only live in my memory now, but even that might go away too. I can't live without him. I can't.
No, don't do anything rash. I believe you.
What do I do now?
You said the Kumean Sibyl.
Yes.
Aeneas.
What about him?
He goes down into the underworld at Kumai with the help of the Sibyl. There's an entrance to the afterlife there. Ask the Sibyl to take you. What if all our theories about death are wrong? What if there is something after death? And what if the entrance is in Kumai?
You asked me all those questions a year ago. We had missions to talk with the Sibyl to see if there was an underworld. We never found anything.
What's the harm in trying now?
What about the time machine?
It's not affected by our concept of reality, by our concept of space and time. It's a portal to the past. It doesn't require human operators to bring you back. It worked, even though it hadn't been used in a year. You left. Reality changed, yet you still came back. I can call someone to program it so you can go back. Go to the Sibyl.
And do what exactly?
Descend.
Why are you helping me?
What do you mean?
Vic, you had a wife. May. You were in charge of the time travel department here. You had everything you ever wanted. You had a wife who understood you and a job that you loved, and I stole that from you. You lost everything. You lost everything because of me. Why are you helping me?
That was another me. I'm a different woman than you knew.
But I stole something from you. Something that you'll never experience now. I stole something that you wanted so desperately all your life. I stole it from you like it was nothing. Why won't you get angry? Why won't you rage at me?
Because I'm tired. I'm tired of looking at the past and what could have been and wishing for something different. What's the point in living life bitter and furious at the world? What's the point when I could help someone now and try to make something right for once? I'll call Jess to get someone to set up the time machine. It should take about an hour. Be back by then.
See you soon, Nate. Speak to me, oh great Sibyl.
Cease your niceties. What is it you want?
You speak Latin?
Of course I do.
Then why?
He needed to speak with me alone. What is it you want?
Tell me a fact.
Life is merely a reflecting pool of what we wish it to be.
A different one. A different fact.
Revulsion only revels in its mute desire.
A different fact. A different one. A different fact.
Death is always an act of desperation.
Every day I wake up, and the same sorrow comes and sits on my bones. Like a sickness that is only perpetuated by being awake. Like an infected foot that needs to be hacked off so the rest of the body doesn't rot. I don't know what to do anymore. I want to lay down. I want to sleep. Tell me what to do.
What can you do now that you've thoroughly undone it all? Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, lovers, friends cut down, sliced down like wheat during harvesting season. Petty man, born from petty squabbles, you who left them all for dead. You who'll never raise your lips in joy ever again. You who only ruins every life you touch. How far have you gone? How low have you stooped? What will you do now that you have become destruction itself? You knew you would only wreak havoc, and yet you did it anyway, as cruelly and blindly as a madman with a bow in his hands.
I didn't mean to.
Intent doesn't matter when you elicit devastation nevertheless.
I can fix this. I can still fix this. I have to make it right.
Right is ruined and wrong is done. You can never rearrange where the crow flies.
I want to try.
Who wouldn't?
Then help me. I know you've gone below. I know you've spoken to the dead. I know what you are. Yes, you've seen everything, I guess, but I'm begging you. By every grain of sand you've held, by every wave in the ocean, by every star in the sky, help me. Please, I'm begging you. Show me the way. You said descent was easy, so show me. Please, I don't know what to do anymore. I just want to see Nate again.
Pray, then.
And then what?
Descend.
Nate, thank God, it's me. I'm happy to see you. No, Nate, listen to me, please. I'm begging you, please just listen to me. I didn't mean for it all to happen like that. I was lonely. I didn't know what to do anymore. Please, Nate, come back with me. I can take you back. We can make it right again. We can put everything back to normal. Please come back, please. Nate, don't go. Please don't leave me again. I'm begging you. I never wanted you to get hurt. I needed someone so badly. I spent a year trying to make things right. Ever since I tried to readjust. But the fucking coffee shop, I could never forget. I'd ruined everything. I'd gone against the conduct I'd been trained in because I wanted to see what would happen. If it affected anything. And it did. Nothing felt right afterwards. I spent my time wandering, wishing, praying it would return to home again. And it never did. Then you came into my life, and it was like seeing the stars again. I was blinded by you. I still am. I wanted your light. I needed you. You were everything I wasn't, and you were everything I was. You reminded me so much of myself. I wanted you, all for myself. I wanted you. I needed you. Because I was everything you said I was. Disgusting, atrocious, vile, revolting, lonely. Please, Nate, don't run away from me. Don't leave me in the shadows again. Don't go. Don't take the light away again. Please, I'm begging you, don't do this to me.
I hope you burn.
Nate, no! Don't leave me again! No! Nate! No! Don't make me alone again! Nate, don't, please!
It's time to go now.
No, I can't. It was real. He was real. He left me. I can't go on. I can't leave him again. It was real. It was real for once.
It's time to go home now.
I can't. I can't go back there. Home doesn't exist. Not anymore. Nothing was real there.
Then you're going to have to make it. Somewhere. But not here.
I can't make it there. I never could. I never can. Everything's different. Everything's gray now. Even the sky. It used to be black. Black as death. Now it's just the same sickly shade of gray. Like a rotting corpse. Like the lips of your dead coworker. Like everything was when it happened. I went to his favorite coffee shop. Yeah, my old favorite, too. I stood there and ordered his favorite coffee with creamer, but then when I took the first sip, it tasted like salt, like blood, like metal, death and despair. I was crying and my nose was bleeding in that coffee shop, and I knew I'd never see him again. That I'd spend my entire life searching for his face in every stranger I meet, but it would never be him. He'll never come back. His face will always stay in my memory, but eventually that will go too. And all I'll do is wish to see his face again, to hear his voice, to laugh with him, to calm him down, to yell and scream at him for one last time, but I knew I never would again. He'll always stay dead. And I looked down at that stupid coffee cup, and I remembered how he used to drink black coffee before he met me. Like Chris and Jess. They never thought I noticed that, but I did. I knew how they all liked their drinks. They always thought I never noticed things about them, but I noticed everything. Everything about them I would remember. They said I was aloof, that I was lonely. But I didn't know how to make them understand. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to be with them. But I felt so lost. Nothing felt real. Nothing felt right. And I could never make it feel right. So I distanced myself, hoping that one day they'd reach out to me and find me and lead me to the stars again. But they never did. They never could. How could they know that? How could I have expected that from them? Now they'll never see me. They'll never know me. They'll never know how much I cared. They never can know. These memories, they live inside me forever, but I'll never get them back. I will never get him back. The sky will always be gray. I can't make a home beneath such an empty void. Bereft of the stars, bereft of light, bereft of life itself. So where? Where could I make it? Where could I possibly make it?
Wherever there's happiness, whatever that means to you. Wherever you're not alone, whatever that means to you. Wherever it's real, whatever that means to you.
Those are all intangible things.
Are they? Or did you tell yourself they were intangible because you did never dare to hope, to believe that they were true?
I'm scared to believe that they're true. I'm scared to let go of the pain. I'm scared that I have to live the rest of my life among the living without Nate.
But you must. You must live.
don't want to. I don't want to. Not without him.
What other choice do you have?
I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to go back again and again and again and set it right. I want to change it. I want everything back the way it was.
So what can happen? So you can do the same thing again. So you can spend all your days among the dead, trying to twist and contort the aching life in front of you. You can't live your life wishing, wanting, and wandering, beleaguered by the yoke of the past. You must create a home for yourself, wherever that is, whatever that means to you.
How can I? How can I? Remembering what it was. Remembering what it could have been.
Remembering lost joy is not necessarily a sorrowful thing.
What if I forget it all?
You will always remember it. You can never forget happiness. You can never forget love, not truly. It will always live within you, burrowed deep within your mind. It will never leave you. Wherever you go, it will live within you. As long as that memory dwells within your chest, beating and pulsing and pounding, you will find it again, no matter where you go.
What do I do now?
Ascend.
We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode of Sibylla, a DFTC audio drama. If you would like to support us in our mission of telling more positive queer stories, please consider donating to us on Venmo at DFTC USC. Thank you.